The 8th song in our introduction to the Dongxiao is Flowers Falling in the Wind. Okay, so the last few songs we've really increased the tempo, we've got you more dexterity in the fingers, you're getting used to the scales and different progressions. Now we're going to slow everything down and we're going to work on your stamina, on your lung capacity, your kind of control, to make sure that you're not wasting breath. There tends to be a lot of overblowing when we first start a wind instrument, especially with the xiao, because it's not a mouthpiece, right? It's open, it's just a notch. So it's very easy to have this kind of leaking air on the outside of the flute. It can create a lot of noise, but it also wastes a lot of your breath, and you're not going to be able to play these longer passages, okay? So with this song, we're going to be doing 2 measures at a time, but notice the tempo is all the way down to 60. So it's going to be that grave, it's going to be that slow rhythm, okay? So the important thing here is to fine-tune the embouchure so you're not wasting breath. Remember, we're pushing, we're not exhaling, okay? So we don't want to just go to empty. The other thing about this song is you will notice that each phrase ends in a sustain before the breath mark, okay? So this is a really great chance to practice this idea, because as we get to the end of a phrase, we can kind of lower the volume of it. We can even end a little bit sooner in the sustain, because there's no clear indicator where the note stops. We know we sustain the note into that beat, but we can stop it a little bit early if necessary, so we can get that breath, recover, and start the next phrase. So for example, listen to it in the first line. Right? And we have a little bit more time to get that inhale. It doesn't have to be like in previous songs, like with Two Tigers, where the tempo is very quick. We have to have a very quick and then repeat. For this, we can have a little bit longer, a softer inhale. Make sure you're keeping the shoulders relaxed, you're breathing from the belly, you're keeping engaged throughout the song. Because as you go through it, we have 4 lines of this. So midway through, it's very common that people start to miss the beat because you're breathing too long, or it takes longer to recover, you miss the next fingering position, things like this. So we want to make sure during that sustain, we're kind of looking ahead, breathe, and prepare for the next phrase, okay? But otherwise, Flowers Falling in the Wind is a very simple melody. Most everything is whole beats even, so it's just going to be that clear tone represented throughout the song, okay? The full song will sound like this. So a very peaceful song to move on through our lessons. Get your copy of the Introduction to the Dongxiao, now on sale at Amazon.